Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video here on F1 2012. This is going to be the send-off video of this game. Before we jump in to the F1 2013 career mode, we have Champions mode, which was a brand new added feature to F1 2012 that we're going to be checking out, which is basically a set of challenges where you are, well, going up head-to-head against champions of the sport. You can see we have a challenge against Kimi Raikkonen, Lewis Hamilton, Jenson Button, Sebastian Vettel, Fernando Alonso, Michael Schumacher, and then the Ultimate Championship Challenge at the end where we go against all 6 drivers. So we have to start with the Iceman Returns Challenge with Raikkonen, where Raikkonen is ahead of us and we simply have to catch and overtake him.
And just about to start, the final few laps of this thrilling race at Spa is Kimi Raikkonen in a modest 7th position. He's been complaining of tyre trouble all weekend. There goes his teammate in the sister Lotus Renault. He's behind, but on a brand new set of option tyres. I think he might actually work his way up and into the points, and at this rate, challenge Kimi. I think we're in for a dramatic few laps.
That's pretty cool that they actually had Crofty do that little introduction. I don't even know if my wheel's hooked up to the game yet, so we're about to find out on the fly if it is okay. We are okay. So let's go see if we can run down Mr. Kimi Raikkonen here as we head down towards the final chicane in Spa. And Raikkonen obviously got some work to do if we're going to get to him. And I can confirm, by the way, we are on the hard difficulty. Look at everybody here just trying to get out of my way now as we head down towards turn number 1. But yeah, I'm curious to see on hard difficulty how, well, hard it actually is going to be. We're going to find out. Use some of that curve deployment now as we head up through Eau Rouge and Radion here momentarily. 3 laps is what we have to work with. We got to get past these guys as quickly as possible there, and I'm going to try and get them all. No, I don't think I'll get them all, but let's see if we can get at least one of them here. It's Hockenheim in front of us, but look at the straight line speed. I'm going to use all my curve deployment right here, right now. He's going to brake quite early, and oh, good heavens, that was an absolute lunge and a half on Paul di Resta, but it works. Kobayashi here, just in front of us. Let's see if we can get him as well. He's going ultra defensive. I'm going to just send it around the outside here, and actually not going to quite work. Have to be a little bit more patient than that. Oh, he goes extremely defensive again, and let's see. I'm trying to get aggressive here because we're only going to have 2 laps of racing. Oh, that is such a defensive drive right there from Kobayashi. I respect it. You know what? I got to give it to him. He was keeping it clean and very, very defensive, but clean. So we're going to go get him right here, though. We're going to have that straight line speed. So this will move us into P10. And so Raikkonen is not yellow on the track map. He's actually a star. You can see that star on the bottom left corner. So we have some work to do. We got some tussling up here in front of us. That's Rosberg going for a move right now. I really dove deep into the corner, but it's all right. I'm going to have to go past these guys though as quick as possible. I'd like to be well ahead of them by the time we start this final lap. I'm going for a move right here, at least on Rosberg. Can I send it? Do I dare? I absolutely dare. Sending one up the inside of Felipe Massa, and now just myself and clean air to get to Kimi Raikkonen. Can we pull this off? I see him up there. We got some curb deployment to use. We got a lap and a half to make this happen. All right, 2.7 seconds to gap. I think it did actually get held up, so it's worked out pretty well for myself. And we're going to have to navigate around that. It looks like a Marussia from here, but I don't think it's going to be an issue. I'm going to get some slipstream here from them, and then we're just going to pull to the left side. And now it's right there. Kimi Raikkonen. Let's see if we can make this happen. Here we go, then. It's about to be time to go for the move on Kimi. I reckon it's going to happen in the final chicane, so it's going to come down to the wire. We have the slipstream, we have the curve deployment that I'm going to save a little bit more of until we get towards the left-hand kink here. I might not even need to use the curves to actually complete this pass, but I'm not going to take them side by side into this corner. But here we go. Where is he going to go? He goes right, I go left, and it should be a given at this point now as we head down towards that final chicane. Easy overtake, even going a little bit deep into the corner. Hamilton picks up the victory, and we're going to come through to complete the challenge. We did it with 1 corner to go, but we have completed it nonetheless. Challenge 1 is done. Let's move on to challenge number 2.
They said we were in for an unpredictable race, and they may just be right. I can see Lewis Hamilton leaving his pit box with a set of intermediates on. It's starting to rain. He's quite a bit behind his teammate, but on current conditions, on a much, much better tyre. I'm not sure his teammate is going to be able to resist a hard-charging Lewis Hamilton.
All right, then. Let's see if we can pull this off and get Lewis Hamilton, or hold him off, I should say. We got to do what looks like 3 laps, and we are on, well, the yellow stripes, while Hamilton, of course, is going to be on wet weather tires. So this is going to be interesting here to see how this is going to actually go. I'm going to try and go around the right-hand side. Thank you, blue flags. There we go. And right now, tremendous grip in this tire, in this track. So, I mean, I'm not too concerned with the pace yet. It doesn't feel wet at all right now. It does not feel wet whatsoever on this circuit. So if it drives like this, we're fine. But you can see that some drivers are struggling. It's a little bit of contact just about there, but you can see the intermediates seems to be the tire that's really struggling right now. So obviously we're going to just stay on circuit here. Where are they going? They are headed maybe into the pits. No, they're just going all the way to the left. Thank you very much. And let's see what the gap will be to Hamilton at the end of this lap. My pace has dropped drastically. I believe we have hit the switchover point starting this final lap here in Brazil. We have a 14-second gap to Lewis Hamilton, and yeah, we've definitely hit the switchover point because I'm slipping inside a little bit here now, so it's all about hanging on here. I've been run down by the Lotus that we passed earlier, but Hamilton's still so far back, I just don't see how it's going to be actually possible for him to, well, you know, run me down. So I think we're in good shape. Who is this up here that's struggling horrendously? Oh my god. Okay, I had a bit of oversteer and I just simply overcorrected right there. That nearly went drastically wrong. This is getting ugly. He's on wet tires, and we continue on and just hope that Lewis doesn't get here. Alright then, that was not much of a challenge, to be honest with you. It's more of a, if you don't wreck the car, you're going to beat the challenge. It wasn't very tricky. So we cross the line, we complete the challenge there. Challenge number 2 over Lewis Hamilton, and now we go into challenge number 3.
The final laps of the Silverstone Grand Prix, and Jenson Button leads from a fortunate Felipe Massa in second and Sebastian Vettel in third. Jenson took the lead from his teammate just before the safety car incident, but can he hold on to this without pitting? I think his teammate sitting in ninth could do this. Safety cars coming in, the hunted turns hunter.
Alright, then you saw it there. We have to be on this wet compound tire, and we have to run through this whole grid of drivers on intermediates to get to our teammate of Jenson Button and, well, quite simply pass him for the lead of this race and win here. In what, 3 laps is what we're given here in Silverstone, and we'll see if we can make this happen now, as I'm curious to see if this is going to be similar to the last challenge, because that was also a wet weather challenge where the weather kind of gradually transitioned into my favor, or into the AI's favor, and I'm curious to see if this one's going to transition into my favor, because we're on the wets while they are on those intermediate tires. I guess we'll find out, but right now that's not a good sign. Is looking up front, and they're driving away from me. Now it doesn't help that I'm overdriving the corner, but they are certainly right now appearing to have quite a bit more grip than myself, and that's not good. Oh my good heavens. We are, what, 3.7 seconds behind Roman Grosjean here, coming towards the end of this first lap. I'm curious to see if my prediction's right. I hope it is right, because, yeah, 3.7 seconds is quite the gap to make up just, you know, to get to him. And, well, we have to go well past Grosjean and pass everybody else in front of him. I think I'm right already, because look at this. The gap has just significantly decreased right there after a couple of corners. Yeah, we just cut it in half. 1.5 seconds over half of that gap just got cut. So it looks like it is one of those transitioning ones, again, where your car, or you're on the better strategy versus the worst strategy, and we should be able to run him down as long as I'm not doing this. I keep overdriving this same corner, but yeah, we are already here up to the back of Grosjean. I'm not going to waste any time. I'm just going to try and get past these guys as quickly as possible. I'm going to get really aggressive right here and just send it up the inside, and he really backed out and said, you know what, you can have it, Gary. So we move through, and now next up, Kimi Räikkönen. What in the world? I can't see. Oh my god, I didn't... Oh, the spray effect? Are you kidding me? I didn't know that was a thing. I mean, that's really cool, actually. Now, as we'll go around the right side of Rosberg, up into P5 we go. We are making some very good time, and these challenges really just seem to be about being patient so far in this, you know, champions mode. Here we go. Around the outside, potentially, of Fernando Alonso. Abuse the track limits. Yeah, that probably wouldn't slide, but you know what? We're here to have fun. We're not here to be, you know, the most legit thing in the world right now is we'll go around, and we're up into the 3rd position here, and I'm going to try and get Felipe Massa, who's having a career day here in this F1 2012 series. There we go. Up to P2. Button, only 2 seconds up the road with 1 lap to go. Here we go. Around the outside, not even a contest. Not even a contest. Up into the lead we go, and we are just quite simply going to drive away from Button in the field as long as we don't wreck the car. Here we go then through the final few quarters in Silverstone, and there you have it. P1 again. We have beat all 3 challenges so far. 3 more to go before the main final challenge.
First and second looks to be on the cards for Red Bull, but it's too tight to predict which of Red Bull's drivers will actually win this race. Vettel crosses the line, and now his teammate in hot pursuit. Both have traded wins and fastest laps this season, and neither consider victory complete without the fastest lap of the race too.
I don't want to beat Sebastian Vettel. That's my favorite driver. All right, we're in Hockenheim, so you want me to do it in a home Grand Prix as well. Okay, well, let's see what we can do as we head down towards the first turn. I don't even remember doing this race in career mode, oddly enough, but nonetheless, we have plenty of time to try and make this happen and see if we can run down Seb. Actually, 4 laps they've given us here now, so looks like, though, we're gonna have to find some pace pretty quickly now, as actually, I think I do remember doing this race, but nonetheless, we have barely got a gap on Alonso. This is where the memories are kind of coming in. I remember having to defend down this straightaway, actually, and how frustrating it could get here as we head down towards the heavy braking zone, making a bit of a mistake right there. But let's see if we can make this happen on Seb. What, 6.8 seconds? Let's see what the gap is when we hit the next sector. All right, we actually gained some time already, 6.2 seconds a gap. Now the gap, every time we come through Sector 2, that's where I'm seeing the biggest gain on Seb. We're going to have 1 lap to go. I think like every challenge, aside from the Hamilton one in Brazil, has come down to that final lap. And here we are all over Seb, approaching this white flag here in Hockenheim. And he's not going to be able to do much on me once we get that DRS down that back straightaway. That's kind of what I'm focused on. Here we go then. I swear, Seb, I don't want to do this to you, but it has to happen. I need to beat the challenge, so I'll see you later. So there we go, past him. He's not going to have much for us. He maybe could try to send one up the inside. Well, no, he will not. He is just going to accept his defeat. Around the final turn, we hang on. We're going to steal the win from Seb in his home circuit in Germany. We take it. 2 more challenges remain. Let's go into challenge number 5.
Here we are for the Italian Grand Prix. Fernando Alonso is on pole position, much to the delight of the crowd and the Ferrari team. He says he's determined to win this one and would love to finish 1-2 with his teammate, who sits in 7th place. Everything is possible, though, as the lights come on and we prepare for the start.
All right, well, here we go, ready to go, racing in this Ferrari. Why is the cam, the side camera looks so far off? It's 5 laps we actually got to do here, so they've given us a lot of time to do this one. I reckon we can go and get this done in just 1 lap, to be completely honest. I might be a little bit of an ego after the way these challenges have gone so far. I'm gonna play it a little bit cautious. Oh, whoa, okay, got a little bit aggressive right there, and having to stomp on the brake pedal right there to make sure we don't get ourselves involved in any collisions. But overall, yeah, I'd say that was a pretty decent start, actually. We're going to get past Lewis Hamilton here. I'll go get Rosberg. Maybe even go after Sebastian Vettel here down towards the chicane. Thankfully, we're clear of Rosberg, so we can make an aggressive lunge right there on the right-hand side of Seb. Going really deep there into the chicane. Not a good chicane at all. However, we are able to hang on. So up into what, P5 or P4 we go behind Mark Webber, the Australian. Now as we go a little bit wide into the gravel pit, but overall, pretty happy with that start. We got time, and now we can as well. I mean, even if I'm not the most comfortable with the circuit in this game, we got the AI to kind of lean off of here in our braking zones. Here we go down towards turn number 1. Oh my God, I'm coming in hot. That was aggressive. Button slipping and sliding up there, and I just simply I thought we were able to brake later than we actually were, and by the time Webber is hitting the brakes, I'm still full throttle, and my goodness, thank goodness there was a lane to use, and the fact that we made the corner as well, very, very happy with that. So now we can focus in on this top 3 battle that we have ourselves now engulfed in, right here behind Jenson Button, and then our teammate Fernando Alonso. I'm now pretty happy they gave us 5 laps because I don't think I'm going to be able to pull this off in, well, 3 laps. I'm going to send it extremely deep again into turn 1. Yeah, you can just take advantage of the AI in that first turn, but then you see I get on the curb, lose a little bit of grip, and then Button gets on the next curve there in turn 2, does the exact same thing. But look how much ground we're able to close in that first section of the circuit now as we have that slipstream. I could lunge one right here. I'm going to see what he does down towards the braking zone. I'm going to go the long way around. Maybe should have waited. It would have been smarter, but I want to get these moves done and set my sights on my teammate of Fernando Alonso. So let's go and chase him down. We're not going to have DRS, however. Alonso lost some time right there, and look at that. We are now within striking distance. I should not have used all my curve deployment right there. I just wanted to get close. I am not going to pass him until the DRS zone, so I'm going to stay planted right behind him. I was not able to get Fernando in that first attempt in the DRS. However, he is a sitting duck on this final lap underway. Use the curve deployment, open the rear wing, half battery usage, and there we go to the right hand side of Fernando. Not even a contest. Hard on. Oh my good heavens. We barely make the corner right there. Fernando slipping and sliding like crazy. That's going to be actually perfect for me, as that's going to give us a pretty nice comfortable gap to work with on this final lap. I have no curve deployment. Fernando came back at me with the DRS, but fortunately, yeah, we're going to be able to hang on. I was a little bit concerned for a second going through that chicane. I was like, wait a minute, he might actually be able to have an opportunity here, but no, we are going to stay ahead. So through the final turn, it is going to be another challenge complete. One more with Michael Schumacher to go, and then we have the final ultimate challenge against all champions. So let's go do the Michael Schumacher challenge.
Michael Schumacher, who is on lap 50 of 56, has just gone by. His car is definitely easier on its tyres than his teammate, who I can see in the pits. Yes, he's had to stop again. Disaster, surely. This may well have ruined his race. He's going to have to put qualifying lap after qualifying lap in if he's going to have any chance of taking something from this weekend.
All right, then. We're going to have to go and see if we can pull this one off. And, oh my good heavens, why do they got to make these challenges so long? 7 laps? Like, I got things to do, like, I don't even know. I'm just making things up at this point. Anyways, let's go see if we can actually pull this off here now, as we, well, like I said, we got some work to do here in P12, but I think we're up for the challenge against our teammate and GOAT of Michael Schumacher. This is right where our career mode ended, actually, and I did have a vote in my career mode finale as well for you guys to basically determine where I go for F1 2013 career mode. And I said, do we stay with this team, Mercedes? Do we go back to Force India, or do we go to a new team, like a midfield team? It was quite a simple answer. Most of you guys said we're gonna stick with Mercedes. Now that means I'm going to have to simulate basically all of season 1 of that career mode, and then that way I can get an opportunity to actually race for Mercedes, because you can't just jump into Mercedes. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and it'll kick off. We're going to have probably another week break in between before we actually jump in to the F1 2013 career mode. But I think it's going to be a lot of fun here now as we are closing right in on the back of these guys in front of us. Oh, it's getting spicy right in front of me. There's a position gain on Pastor Maldonado, and then I might even just get ready to lunge one on what I'm assuming is Felipe Massa here as we head down towards the double right-hander. And where do I do it, actually? I got away. I just did a NASCAR style bump and run at like Bristol or Martinsville Speedway on Felipe right there. I'm so sorry, Felipe, but my roots are coming out here on him right now as I'm going to try and slip one up the inside of Paul di Resta now down towards the braking zone. We're making some very, very strong headway forward now, so I do think we got enough time to get to our teammate. I don't think it's going to be much of an issue to catch Michael. Oh, we're about to like get a whole bunch of cars in one go right here. I decided to go left because I didn't feel confident in the right, and oh, maybe a little bit of contact right there with Jensen Button, but fortunately nothing comes out of that. Up in and now P7, Kimi Räikkönen just in front. I'm just gonna send it around the outside there. Easy does it. Up into P6 we go. Next up, the Red Bull of who is that gonna be? It's gonna be Mark Webber. Here we go. Not even gonna be a contest. I just kind of scared him a little bit and took the position. Up into P5 we go. I just spent all of lap 54 just trying to close that gap to these front 4 drivers, and well, fortunately, it's been a success. We're going to close right up on the back of Alonso. He's going to leave the door open. I'm saying, you know what, I'm going to come through, but I get a little bit too much curve, go for a bit of a slide. We still get the move done around the outside of the Spaniard. Our teammate of Schumacher is now very much so in visual sight, so we are going to be able to get there. It's just a matter of when at this point now, as we're going to close right up on the back of Sebastian Vettel, try to set him up for corner exit there, kind of scared him again, getting a little bit close to his right rear, and he's not going to put much of a challenge up. Oh yeah, here we go. This is going to be an easy one around the outside this time. Instead of slipping one up the inside, we'll go around the outside there. So next up, well, it's Michael Schumacher. Here we go. Move being ignited here to the right-hand side, and we should be clear down into the final turn, which we are, and now we have a whole lap to spare, and well, you know, just drive away. So I will see these guys later, and we'll go finish off this challenge. Around the final turn, easy challenge right there at the end of the day. We're going to come through, pick up the win. That leaves the ultimate challenge left, which is putting us up against all the champions that we just beat in the challenges from start to now. And we just, well, quite simply have to beat them one final time. All right, then, we're ready to go racing. Is there only 6 cars on the grid? 7 cars. Oh, yeah, because I'm stupid. 6 laps again of Coda. I don't need 6 laps to beat these guys. I am in a Williams, however. Look at this. So we'll see what we can do. But nonetheless, underway down towards turn 1. I'm going to get aggressive right off the bat. And I'm going to try and swing one around the outside. This ain't going to quite work like the way I hoped. So I'm just going to go up the inside instead. Schumacher cut the corner, so can I. So up into already, what, P4? There's cars over there. And then we are clear. Slip one up the right-hand side. And boom. Already moving into the top 3. We've done this whole thing on hard difficulty, and a lot of it hasn't been well, that hard. So it's really not been the biggest challenge in the world. I mean, some of it's a little bit challenging, you know, just running them down and time management, but aside from that, not much of a contest here. We're going to go up the inside of Sebastian Vettel down towards the braking zone. That'll move us into second place behind now Lewis Hamilton here in Circuit of the Americas. And, well, after half a lap, we've already passed 5 of the 6 champions. So we just got to get one more, and that is Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton's going to come through to lead lap 1. We're not far back, and I'm going to go into Richfield now that we're going to have 5 laps of racing to go once we cross the line here. And yeah, 0.6 of a second, the gap to Lewis. I think we're going to be just fine here, especially when DRS is enabled on lap 3. I think we're going to be in prime position to make this happen. However, certainly seems like Hamilton is going to be a challenge this time. I might be able to get Lewis right here. Actually, might not even need the DRS. Look at this. Yeah, we're going to make it happen. He's going to go left. I'll go right. And we should be clear. Yes, we are. He's not going to send it up the inside down into the corner. I brake very early actually and just kind of cruise down into the corner, but still Hamilton doesn't make a move, and you can see we are able to stretch out that gap. So up into the lead we go, and we still have 4.5 laps of racing to go. One thing I can tell you right off the bat that they should have done with this mode, which is a brand new mode for this game, so it's understandable, but they needed to make it way more challenging, to say the least, because this has not been much of a challenge. The only challenge is me over driving corners and just outdoing myself, basically. Oh, hey, okay, all right, throw it back, that's not ideal. All right, well, we have a challenge now. We're gonna have 2 laps to go through the field again. So we've done it once. I think we can do it twice. Here goes our first overtake attempt on Fernando Alonso, and then maybe, just maybe, send it up the inside of Button down into the braking zone, just like that. Move up into the now 5th position. They are going wide. We're going to have DRS here as well, so just use all the current deployment we have, all the DRS, and hope that we can, I would prefer to be up to, well, at least 4th by the end of this lap. Pass 3 and then pass 3 more, basically, on that final lap. Hamilton just gave up the lead. Oh, it's a mess. And that's going to allow the Red Bull of Sebastian Vettel to get a nice gap. I just made an aggressive move. It works, however. Up into 3rd place we go, but Sebastian Vettel absolutely licking his chops on that opportunity right there, and he's going to try and drive away coming to the final lap. My plan here, coming to the white flag, is to send it up the inside of Lewis into turn 1. He's going to go defensive, but he's not going to go defensive enough. So there we go, up the inside. And now it's just me and Sebastian Vettel here to determine if we can beat this final challenge. It'd be really awkward to lose it after dominating and then spinning myself while leading. But let's see if we can make this happen. Getting through the S's pretty well. Not great, but we got through there all right. And we are going to close that gap to Seb, 1.1 seconds. Oh yeah, we are absolutely hauling the mail on this guy all of a sudden. You can stay full throttle through this section right here. Use a bit of that curve deployment. I'm going to use half of it here, half on the back straight away. Get into the DRS range, and this is a nice little comeback we have made. We're going to close up right on the back gearbox of Sebastian Vettel. Runs a little bit wide, DRS open. Use the rest of the curve deployment that we have. It is now gone, but it's not going to matter. We're going to go to the right side of the track, and just like that, back out in front here in Circuit of the Americas. It just got to hang on down towards the braking zone, and we will do exactly that. Well, we did it. Coming down into the final turn, the Champions Mode is done, and this ends our run on F1 2012. We have finally done it. That's not the finish line. I just completely let go, and there we go. We have now done it. Beautiful scenes here in F1 2012. It's been a heck of a ride playing this series, and next up we move on to F1 2013. There will be a bit of a break in between, maybe by like a week or so, but I think it'll be back in like 2 weeks time. So what a blast it has been. I appreciate you guys' support all series long in Champions Mode. Well, we have done it, so that's gonna wrap it up for me. If you guys enjoyed, you know what to do. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day, everybody.